first notebook out.
Hey, it's Megan.
Hello.
Ugh, my head's feeling well enough that I'm jumping on.
Yay! Well,
Mm.
yeah. I'm glad your head's feeling better.
It sounds like the illness was going around up there.
No, I get bouts of really they're not migraine headaches is what I call them, where I get headaches several days in a row and some days are worse than others, and today was not a fun day.
Mm.
Mhm.
So, but the medications kicked in. I drank a soda with caffeine and so I don't have it anymore. So, because I don't classify it as a migraine. I don't have the other symptoms of migraines of where like I'm not light sensitive. I
Mhm.
don't have hearing problems. My head just hurts.
Okay.
So I don't quite call them migraines, but sometimes I do have to take specifically migraine medication for it to help.
Gotcha.
Migraine without aura?
I don't know.
I understand that way too well.
Mm.
Well, you're
Well,
just in time for the recap, Megan.
yeah, I was just
Okay.
about to start it. Right. Last time with the Whims of Fate, it was girls' night. um, well, despite being girls' night, it was up to the noble ladies, the human ladies, to gather all the Fey ladies because they were all scattered to the four winds. Um, Amror's wife went and got Idaea. Um, uh, Lady Igraine went and got Brina. And no one fetched Tang. She had her familiar keeping an eye out for people looking out for her. But that meant that the menfolk and Tooth were keeping an eye on the children. Um, there was quite a talk, mostly about who Idaea and Brina like, trying to figure that stuff out. Um,
Who Brina liked and who liked Idaea.
and
Idaea was pretty nonchalant about the whole thing.
Yeah, I would say that is a little bit more accurate, isn't it?
Tooth almost immediately started causing chaos by giving the kids poppers. And Ern tried to mediate things by giving the kids a target to aim at, but poor little Elaine did not do as well as the boys and got very upset. Amor tried to calm her down by asking her what she liked to do, but he is a boy dad, not a girl dad, and got immediately lost. So Erden stepped up and played dolls with her, conveniently in a room right next door to Ladies' Night, where he was able to overhear part of the conversation. Um, Eventually, talk turned towards the new man in the party, and Killadin dared Idaea to challenge Cobalt to a duel, which they eventually did, and Idaea, I think, barely won.
My interpretation was that Idaea kind of whomped him, but he got a couple of crits in that hurt.
He's got a good few
Cobalt did
womps.
yeah. Cobalt had a good couple of hits in, but he was not a real match.
And it did say that it was an unfair fight. Even before challenging or issuing the challenge.
Mm-hmm.
But they were patched up and, well, this week with the Whims of Fate.
All right. Yeah. So the fight did just end. So
I apologize for having to beat him up. It apparently brought Cobalt bad memories.
yes.
Which I don't think he actually told the rest of us. But
No, but it was pretty obvious on his face.
So ladies, we can make our way back up to Egraine's quarters. Oh yeah. Too many names are too similar. I really wish my nose would stop running.
Yeah, I'm not sure we can blame this on you because you're basing this off of mythology.
Yeah, no, it's totally not. Yep. I'm using names that are from the lore.
At least they are actually different names, though, even though they're similar, because there was quite a while where, like, there was a Queen Matilda who gave birth to a Queen Matilda who gave birth to a Queen Matilda.
Well, and even in this one, so
This
there's
holiday, Verizon is giving you incredible gifts and
Elaine,
savings you'll enjoy all year
who's
when you switch
Arthur's half sister. And there's also Elaine of Astolat, also known as the Lady of Shalott,
Yep.
who married Lancelot.
Mm-hmm.
is this like the problem with the scriptures in
Oh.
the New Testament where every other
Right.
woman's name is Mary?
He froze.
Most popular real name in 1900.
Oh no. Gender.
Hercules is a very popular name. Remember when all the guys were named Jason and all the girls were named Brittany?
Pain
Oh,
and Panic reporting for duty. If it's good.
When did I freeze?
Uh,
You just dropped yourself out
you
and
just
came
dropped
back.
out and came back.
Oh, you guys were all frozen. Like nobody
Hmm.
was moving.
so same time for us then.
Okay. So you pretty much caught everything then.
Mhm.
Yeah, I heard the comment of, why are you all frozen? And then you... Like... Yeah.
Maybe I just had a lag and I don't know.
I'll go do that. Sorry, I won't do that again. I'll do at least once.
I was gonna say, thankfully, Braxton, the smile on your face gave it away for me. I'm like, yep, pretty sure that this is a gag. We're good.
Alright.
Okay, this is me as a player asking, did any of the guys make a comment on the fact that Brina's in a tiara?
Nope.
Do any of them even notice? Guys are notoriously oblivious.
It's
I know-
shiny.
Good point.
Well, listen, Cobalt would have noticed, but it is
made
the
a comment.
least weird thing in his life right now.
I'm thinking Callanan's probably done this before, so even if Amor notices, he probably knows that what happens in Girls' Night stays in Girls' Night, and he shouldn't ask.
I know. And Marco said last time that Airden has noticed, but isn't saying anything.
Yeah, Gorlois has not noticed. He's oblivious.
That makes sense.
Booth is going to try and get his hands on it so he can appraise it.
It's still on my
We all
head.
know this is. Yes.
And by the way, Megan, Brina has grown 2 feet, so I'm now 5'6" instead of 3'6".
That little fucker.
Oh, magic.
That's Cadmus's fault.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
But-
was Cadmus's fault.
But because it's Brady, he's gonna ask her and be like, "Hey, can I appraise your tiara?"
What's a tiara?
The shiny thing on your head.
Oh, Idaea made me that. I don't exactly know what purpose it serves. I mean, it seems kind of light for a battle implement. I'll have to ask her about it later. Actually, wait, Idaea, what battle purpose does this serve?
For your status.
Huh? That doesn't make any sense. My health? What does it do? Like have a number of...
So your royal status. That's the only reason you'd wear it into battle.
I'm not royal, Idaea.
For now.
Put her right into the castle, away from two. Everybody, back into the castle.
The microphone's not picking you up. What?
Running back into the castle. I'm you're yelling at
You're
Idaea.
like, nope.
Run away, run away, run away. Run away from everyone.
Run away!
Conan and Igraine will follow you. They're both kind of laughing though.
Um,
Idaea too understands it is her duty to return, and she will. I think she's been having a pretty good time once they got into it. So.
there you go. All right. So the girls get back to the room. Tong
Yeah.
is still there,
yeah,
waiting patiently.
it looks like Tong hasn't moved, but she is, like, currently has, like, a cup of tea in her hands. As she is looks like she is talking to, her
Yeah,
manifest mind, which, again, it looks like a spectral, blue Asian dragon.
Mhm.
When the door opens, the manifest mind will like turn to them and like do a wave like this. I can't do much else. Oh, so who won?
Is that a real question? I said it wasn't a fair fight.
We didn't know his capabilities. For all he knows, he could have been a lot more powerful than he looks.
Went as expected.
I mean, I don't look that intimidating, do I?
I've seen you cast a fireball in a cave. You're more intimidating than you think.
I wasn't even trying for half of it. Or rather, I was showing off.
Oh, and Rena, you had a question before you all left, correct?
As a player, I can't remember what that is, but I believe
Where have you
so.
traveled?
Yes. Yes, I did.
Uh, it'll take too long to say all where I've been. She'll use minor illusion and create a map of the world. That will look.
Which is in the general.
I'll put it in the roleplay.
Okay.
The red is where I have been. The pink is where I've visited or passed through. the two blue stars there on the right, well, that is Serica, or Sinai, as the people here would know it, but me, it's just known as the Middle Kingdom. But well, that entire red blotch is Serica and Sinai. The two stars there are Beihai and Shuchan, the places where Gausha mentioned that I am a lady of. And if you look on the other side of the map, there's a little green star, and that is where I got Gausha.
Mhm.
So he's from near the Straits of Gibraltar.
Yes, he is from the opposite side of the Atlas Mountains.
Cool.
If Cobalt were here to see any of this, he would be fascinated.
That is a lot of places.
Yes, and that is just the human realm. The Fey realm, I take you know roughly what it looks like? She'll use Minor Illusion again, and using the same color scheme, most of the east lights up red and pink.
I've been everywhere.
Man, I've been everywhere.
I'm not sure Idaea has much to say or what to make of it. She's not that as well traveled as Tong is. She doesn't know where a lot of that stuff even is or what would be there.
You've definitely been to more places in the human realm than I have. I think Amber's from down around that little area, though. Like, and I was gonna say that she had pointed at, like, Spain. Like, at least from what I understand in the stories. We've been over in this upper part there, because that's around where we met boars. And the bogmen that we had to kill.
Yeah, pointing to Denmark.
Yeah, pointing to Denmark and France. Because we were in Gaul for Blues Festival. Yeah, the places I've been in the human realm, other than with this group, aren't even on your map.
There's more land beyond.
Well, yeah, there's a whole big country or big landmass above my home on the human side. I swear Ren found the old one that made him lose all his memories.
You can hear Gausha muttering, "Oh, great, more land for Milady to explore."
I was gonna say, weren't the Chinese one of the very few who actually knew there was something to the east, even if they didn't know how much was to the east?
Maybe.
Because they were close enough to the land bridge.
It's not exactly sure,
Well, not land bridge,
or
but
not well known how much they knew.
Mm-hmm.
They certainly had the capabilities of exploring that direction, but we don't know how much they explored.
Yeah, that was about the same time China had a problem where a lot of the emperors kept destroying all the cool things the last guy did to make themselves look cooler.
Yeah, I'd only ever heard it as
Egypt
they
is-
knew that stuff was over there, but also they don't seem to have ever gone over there, as far as we know.
Yeah, the Vikings had a similar issue. They built a small colony and then dipped when a couple people went crazy.
Yep.
Also, here's an interesting thing: is that apparently some people recently did a study on the wood used in Greenland, like the Norse Greenland settlements,
Mhm.
and there's some old chunks from a species native to the Americas.
That's
And,
Hmm.
and I think it was like cut down earlier than they would have thought. I have to double check.
What?
It yeah, I think it was like some logs they used to make a church. It was came from a certain type of tree that was not from the site at Elks Meadow, or however it's pronounced. It's French. Not from Newfoundland, but from Canada.
With Tom looking so confused as to there being more landmass, Rita will also use minor illusion to show a map that shows the Americas. Basically, it's like, well, yeah, this is near my homeland. I mean, this is the mortal realm instead of the other world, but does nobody know about that here?
Igraine just is like looking at it. She goes, no.
Did I not have told you that then?
I'm just trying to figure out how those land masses would fit with ours. Is there even enough space?
I mean, we know roughly how big the world is. There are some Greek mathematicians in Alexandria that calculated it.
That's great. I do not know the mathematicians of Alexandria. Nor have I read their work.
Have you not read Pliny the Elder's works? I mean, he wasn't one to do the calculations himself, but he does talk extensively about the natural world.
No, she has not. She's not even entirely sure who Pliny the Elder is.
And this is Igraine or Cullinan?
Igraine. Oh, Cullinan definitely is not going to know. I might have had a shot. Cullinan is not high enough ranking.
Right, so her education would have been a lot different.
Like, there was a chance because she has interacted with Roman nobility. She has not bothered to read Pliny's things. Which is a shame, because Pliny had a lot of really awesome stuff. Oh my gosh.
And his first two books were wild.
My favorite thing about him is he died by volcano.
Boring until they started talking
Died with
about that.
the eruption of Vesuvius that's buried Pompeii.
Being a good Samaritan. So not only was he super smart, but he was a decent guy.
Guess I'll have to post a link to a video that very briefly covers Wade the Elder's writings. Or summarizes them, actually.
I was going to say, I have a video that talks about Pliny the Younger. But he was
Yeah,
like the first person to talk about volcanoes and be like, hey, this could be a problem, guys.
Did he write about
Fire is
Pompeii?
hot. Fire shooting out of the
Well,
mountain is bad.
he and his mother fled from Pompeii,
Mhm.
and he studied under his uncle, and then his uncle died, and he's like, oh,
Uh.
well,
Yeah.
Huh.
Volcanoes are dangerous.
yeah, look at that. Should probably warn people.
Oh, just look at that. I've been impaled.
But look at that. I've been carried in pyroclastic flow.
I don't know. I was
Look
gonna say, I
at
don't know.
that. I've been turned to stone.
I suspect that Idaea would probably be at least somewhat familiar with Greek mathematicians, considering she is basically Greek.
Likely.
Yeah, so I think from her perspective, she'd be like, yeah, I kind of found most of the hypothetical math or the math of trivia kind of boring. The parts where they talked about how certain angles could make things stronger, though, that was cool.
Well, it was angles that we were able to calculate the size of the world.
Why do I have a feeling that Brina has no concept of higher mathematics?
Because the Islanders don't use it.
Just like me. Leave all the math to him.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what they're talking about, but it exists. I know that much.
What direction is north on this?
Well, I mean, this one here, it's north, and then this one here's kind of at the same spot where, I mean, my homeland's kind of over here, and then this one's south of us. So I'm kind of, Antiro is kind of in the middle on the other world side. So this area is north, and it's North and South America, probably with their borders kind of modified because of the time period, and so it would look slightly different. But it's like, yeah, this is where they are. That's north, and I normally go up north. My brother and I have gone up north. That was where he told me I couldn't bring home the cub. It was very cute.
I would also hazard to say that you would also be familiar with the Pacific Islands and probably New Zealand and Australia. So there's lots of little islands and this one big one just kind of out there.
I mean,
you don't entirely know how close they are to the other human world mainlands that you're aware of because of the way that all works, but they exist.
Yeah. And so can I add to my minor illusion? It's like, well, and there's also these things that I know of. They're not gonna, I have no idea if they actually look accurate, and I don't know exactly where they are, but I know that they exist as well. I mean, they're kind of cousins for my people. We get the whole world map now. What is Brina doing?
So
first world map.
so I just did a roll to see if Tong could figure this out.
Oh wow.
And I got a 17, so she's looking at all this and she's like,
or you can screenshot.
Yeah, relative to all of this, I think they probably fit roughly like this. And modify her minor illusion to create a globe combining both maps. But with a ton of information missing because we're missing the east coast of the Americas and the southern tip of Africa.
Not to mention, we're not exactly sure where the Pacific Islands and New Zealand and Australia fit in, but I know that they exist.
Oh, and Sans Antarctica.
Mm-hmm.
You wouldn't know that exists.
Read his map. I like it. Dominic found this map, and I'm like, yeah, I like this. This works.
From like
There you
1550.
go.
Yeah, it's from 1550, so
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I was gonna say, imagine just a map drawn by AI.
I mean, to be fair, she
You're right,
probably
right.
hasn't. She for sure has never been to Alaska or like northern Canada. Maybe like southern Alberta. She's
Yeah.
definitely been where it's cold, but probably doesn't know the extent.
British Columbia, not Alberta. Alberta's inland.
No,
Unless
I
she's
know,
been
but
inland.
that's what I'm saying. It's like that line there.
Even
And
maybe Vancouver.
Well, my thing is, I never
not
would have.
entirely sure how far east she's gone either yet.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm not sure exactly how far she would have gone east, and we wouldn't have necessarily just stayed to the coast. We would have gone inland as well. So Alberta's not off track, but it might have
Well,
also been
Like your
British
brother, because you guys would. I did have it in my head. I don't know if I ever talked to you about it, but I did have it in my head that you guys had at least seen a Wendigo before.
Columbia.
That would be
Aren't those
pretty
old
far in the northeast.
Yeah, I was
those
gonna say
the
that would be inland.
Because I remember you saying that we had seen cold ones. Would that be the Wendigo? I think I remember that.
Yeah.
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 So yeah. So we've been. I've been around most of this area. It's very fascinating landscape and really cool animals.
Sorry,
There was-
our brothers are trying to show us pictures of gray whales, and they just look like sea trash. It don't look
Sea
like
trash?
anything. Yeah, they're like gray blobs.
They look like rocks. Like, I don't see whales. I have
mean,
zoomed in on these.
yeah, I mean that's basically a gray whale. Like what a gray whale looks like. It's a gray blob.
I know what a gray whale looks like, but I'm saying that these don't look like the blob, they look like rocks. That's
Yeah,
the problem.
those look like rocks.
Yeah.
You're talking to someone who loves marine biology. I know what whales look like in water.
Those are rocks.
Well, I'm also a person who lives in a state where the gray whale is like the state marine mammal.
Are you saying this is a dead body?
What? Oh, gross! That's not even. It's a carcass. It's not even. No wonder it looks like shit.
Hmm.
I was gonna say, it doesn't look very alive.
They know that I went into paleontology for a reason. Why would they show that?
That makes more sense now.
It does. Well, I thought it looked like something that had been torn up, like plastic bags. Chewed up carcass? Yeah, that would make sense.
You could just say like, guys, I'm interested in stuff that's been dead so long that it's turned to stone.
Yeah. That being said, I keep getting asked to do dissection.
Yeah.
Like, what was it, back almost a year ago? We had a dissection. It's like a
Oh, that's a much better picture.
right.
Like on the website. It's
Right,
a
yeah, I
much
saw
better-
that.
It's a much better picture, guys. It actually looks like a whale head instead
Yeah.
of just a axe.
But anyway,
Definitely
my
the ones that the
boss,
boys took a picture of is more composed.
my boss was doing the dissection with a kid. It was like a Saturday dissection or whatever. She comes out for a moment. She goes, "Jennifer, I need you." And I was like, "What? Why?" She goes, "Because you know cool things about hagfish. And I was like, I'm also allergic, but okay. She's like, you had that cool mussel thing that you told me about. I was like, a myomeres? She's like, yeah, those. So she made me go in and help with a hagfish dissection because I knew cool things about vertebrate anatomy thanks to just being a paleontologist. I don't mind the vertebrate dissections, really. The invertebrate ones I could do without. Because, well, first off, there's not much to dissect. Because when you cut an invertebrate open, everything is just a squishy blob inside. Because the skeleton's on the outside. And number two, I just don't like invertebrates. They crunch when they shouldn't.
Gonna crunch, going to munch.
Yep, pretty much.
So-
Anyway.
But so Tong has basically created the first world map with some pieces missing, but and maybe
Yeah.
and maybe some
I would
islands in
say
like, a weird place, but
she doesn't probably she could probably figure out where Australia is. I would not be surprised by that because it isn't really that far from China.
And depending on how many islands that Rena includes, you probably get a good chunk of Indonesia.
yeah, I was gonna say I have a feeling like Indonesia and
Yeah. The other Pacific islands are going to be hard because some of them really are just in the middle of the
Middle of
ocean,
nowhere.
far away from everything else. And the only way to find them is to accidentally float into them, which is how most of them were discovered. Whether it was by the people who lived there or people who came later.
Which always poses a funny question. Did they move there on purpose or did they just go, well, we're here now, we don't know how to go home?
We're here. We ran out of food, and at this rate, this is as good as anywhere else.
Is any?
North and South
Now, the
America,
one old guy who could read these books is gone.
I can see them being in the wrong place. Like we have an idea of how big the planet is. She probably put them like dead center of that space rather than closer to Europe. So it's moved much further west than it should be. And maybe even some of those Pacific Islands are on both sides. Because you know there's islands in both oceans.
How long did it take to find Bermuda?
You're gonna pocket?
Well, I suppose I do have plenty of life left in me. I could. Tong is now fascinated and muttering about exploring this new land. Oh wait, but no.
Hey. There's Marco.
He lives.
Hi.
Hi. Starting to worry. You've never missed.
Well, I was at an outing and we just got back. Also, I thought we agreed we weren't doing New Year.
No, just a Christmas one.
Well,
I am
it
sorry
was
for
it was a. We're not sure if we are or not going to do one following New Year's.
Never discussed,
Yeah.
and then we all showed up.
Yeah. Pretty much.
I mean,
You're
I was going to
excited.
show up, and just hang out until like, all right, no one's coming. But then I saw Braxton was on.
Mhm.
Like, oh,
Mhm.
that's probably a sign.
Well, good to see you, Marco. Glad you got to go out and do some fun stuff. At least I'm
Yeah.
assuming it was fun stuff.
It was all right. It was dinner,
Nice.
Okay.
so can't be that bad.
Where'd you go?
Tasty.
It was there's a place called Spencer's, which is it was
Oh,
actually a
close
steak
store.
and actually a steak shack.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I don't
I
get
don't
it
know
either.
what Megan said, but my brain filled it in with it's a horror store, which is not right. I mean, it has some questionable stuff in the back, but
I mean, it's not wrong.
Not entirely.
Well, to catch you up, Aridin. The duels ended. Idaea apologizes for beating up Cobalt and bringing up bad memories.
Created the world's first world map.
Gorlois does not notice Brina's wearing a tiara, but Tooth asks to appraise it and calls it a tiara, and Brina
Megan
asks,
also just found out that he can't reach Brina's head anymore.
yeah, because Brina's
Because
now
Megan did not know.
2 feet taller. And so Brina gets to learn what a tiara is because she asks Idaea what defensive purpose it serves, and it's just to show your status, like my health status that makes no sense. No, your royal status. I'm not royal. Not yet, for now.
For now.
And Brina runs away from everybody back into the castle to go continue girls' night. And we come upon Tang and talk about her travels, and she shows us a map with minor illusion that's marked up in red and pink and for all the places that she's been or has passed through, as well as some areas that she found, like where she got gouged at, and other places that she's very much a lady of and from. And I talk about how her map is missing pieces of land because I know about the Americas, but none of the rest of these people do. So I bring up a minor illusion to show what the land masses in the human realm that I know of, including like Australia, New Zealand, and the Pacific Islands, but I'm not quite sure where they fit in. So we have now created not an accurate world map, but kind of the first world map.
Not the world's most accurate first world map, but
We have
I
that.
would say, to be fair,
what did we had before?
to be fair, I think we're still missing like half of Africa and Antarctica. So
Just saying, we'll go to Africa. Two's stealing a penguin. Not stealing. He's gonna commandeer a penguin. It's gonna become his friend.
I mean, you don't have to go to Africa to do that. We could go to South America.
Penguins in Australia.
Look, I need to get a small enough penguin for him. He's either getting a fairy penguin or he's getting an emperor penguin. One that he can ride or one that's small like him. There
Fairy
are
penguins-
only
So
two
we need to go to
options here.
Tasmania.
Fairy penguins live in Australia.
Fairy penguins live in New Zealand.
I also saw them in Australia.
They live in a very specific part in Australia, but you will find them more located in New Zealand than in Australia.
Okay.
But so yeah.
You can, however, find rock hoppers in Australia, can't you? Southern part
Yes.
over by like Tasmania.
Yeah, rock hoppers. No.
Or is it?
Because it's
Is it rock
macaronis and macaroni penguins are in South America.
Okay. It's like, I know there's...
We could go to Madagascar and get some lemurs.
Oh, it's the royal penguin. Oh, it's in Australia.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because the rockhopper penguins also live Chile, Argentina, and the Falklands, South Africa, New Zealand, and
Okay, so
various islands.
occasionally King, Rockhopper, Gentoo, and Chinstrap will appear in Australian
Yeah.
subantarctic islands.
Yeah, that's because they're traveling from Antarctica to go get fish and possibly mate. Some of them do mate.
With circle in the circle. Do you need out, Albus?
Yeah, so Tom begins muttering about possibly exploring the Americas and Australia and New Zealand. But then Gausha, like, speaks up saying, "Lady, would she even allow you to?" At which point she stops, looks forward with it, a look like without seeing is like, "No, you're right. She probably wouldn't allow me to do that. At least not without her."
If Tom was going to be in a war, would a war with emus be preferable?
That would be hilarious.
If Tom
What did
was
you
gonna
say?
be in a war, would a war with emus be preferable?
Australia would
Well-
love for it because they lost to the emus
Twice.
twice.
Hey,
think
she's
that's what
Chinese.
really
She's
killed
going
me.
to lose to sparrows eventually.
I think that's less
number
losing
of
to
wars
Sparrows
without
than
them was
losing
insane.
to Mao Zedong's weird ideas. Because the Sparrows lost in that, and so did everybody else.
Yeah, the Great Leap Forward would have worked a lot better if they hadn't tied their hands behind their back and their ankles together first.
Yeah. I think Marina,
I'm
like,
starting
as
to think
you
there's something wrong with that corner of the earth. I don't know how to handle birds.
Well, at least not the Middle East. It's just been on fire for 2 centuries.
I think Brina would pick up on the fact that Gausha had said she. Like, he? Is this your sister? I can't remember if you mentioned having a sister or not.
I mean, I do have a sister. But no, that's not who he's talking about.
May I ask who he's talking about? If you don't want to say, I understand. I don't want to make you feel pressured to do so. But I am curious.
Pong's cheeks go a little bit red, or pink. They're not red yet. He said, "My lady, this would be a good time to fulfill your promise."
Promise?
Yeah. Curses in Chinese. You two traveled with another version of me, yes? Did that version of me happen to wear a pair of silver rings?
To be perfectly honest, as a player, I can't remember.
No.
No. No.
Just add that to another sympathy for that version of myself. Well,
Kellenan has definitely leaned forward, like hands on her chin, like she's just like, oh, something juicy's coming.
What is it? What is it? What is it?
Well, to put it this way, you two are not only the youngest in the room, but you're also the only single ladies in the room.
Oh. Igraine raises her eyebrows but doesn't say anything. Kellenan's like, oh, this is spicy.
You're married?
Yes.
Wonderful.
And have been for over 100 years, but didn't know it until a few months ago.
It just kind of like flips her much. How do you not know you're married? Who does that?
Cultural, what's the word? What's the word? Obliviousness?
Cultural obliviousness? Sorry, I know I'm not very good at this whole romance thing. My brother and soon-to-be sister-in-law make it look really easy, but I don't quite understand how cultural difference or cultural obliviousness would.
Is Tong in a common law marriage and she didn't know about common law marriage?
That's what
Alright, so how far back do you want me to go? Because I presume that she'll turn towards Helen and like, you'll want to hear the story of how we met.
Is this a Goldberg moment, Jennifer?
A Goldbrand. So there's a character I made up in a campaign that we're in, our space campaign. He was best friends with my character when she was very small. And they got separated and they thought the other one was dead. And he spent a long time looking for her and he got help from this other character. And then they ended up they thought she was dead. And so they just set up a business together and they've been living together and all this. And we found this stupid video where it was like, you guys live together? Yeah, we have for a while. Why? And you guys share a bed? Yeah? But we're just friends. Do you just sleep in the bed? Well, sometimes. And they're like, dude, you're so married. It's like, am I married? Did I get married? We even had a ceremony.
There is actually a Hallmark movie that goes along this premise because you have a guy and a girl best friends that are living together and have been for like 7 years. And she gets engaged to somebody else, and of course the guy best friend knows that the guy she's engaged to is horrible for her, and so he basically goes about breaking up their marriage or breaking up their engagement by claiming that they're married because of the common law marriage statute.
I'm not surprised. Hallmark
And of course, it being Hallmark, the evil fiance goes away and the two friends end up together, and it's actually very cute. It's called the 7-Year Hitch.
Oh, I've heard of that.
Yeah, it's actually it's cute.
Anyways.
Yeah, Tong's been married for 100 years and didn't know it. Okay.
Kellen's like, yes, I really do. But first, where is your spouse from that this would be so confusing for you?
From a land that you would not have heard of.
Is it one of the ones on your map?
Yes.
But I have heard of it.
Would Igraine potentially know? Igraine just looks at her like, I mean, yeah, I know a lot of places.
Thong uses minor illusion, points over towards Japan, and it's like, she's from the Fey equivalent of this place.
What is that because of where Aotearoa is?
Oh, holy crap! Igraine does know where that is. She has heard Japan.
Oh.
Wow.
Look at that. Oh.
Don't tell Idaea about the samurai. We might not see her again.
The samurai don't exist yet.
Yep.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
If we ever go on that
samurai
adventure,
the Civil War.
we'll never see her again.
Would they be doing that teapot thing already? I don't know when that started.
So this is Japan at this time.
Uh-huh.
is before their recorded history. They didn't start recording their history until the 600s or 700s.
Yeah.
Japan. For shame. I say that knowing that even still there are Native American tribes who still don't write things down. But still, write things down. It's so important.
But they didn't have
Why we
an
know nothing about the
organized,
pigs.
like they didn't have a unified government until the 600s, like a single
Yeah,
unified
they had
government.
Yeah, because they had a lot of infighting. Because like they had several different feudal lords, right, during this time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there were a
this
ton
is
of
I'm aware.
rice
pre-Warren
kingdoms.
State.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like Europe wasn't like that for a while, too. Again,
Mhm.
Yeah.
that's why we know next to nothing about the Picts other than they were scary.
Yeah, so
And they
I
ran at
think
people naked.
so.
Yeah. 'cause
I
they
think
were
the
on
only thing that
mushrooms.
Igraine would know might be that there was a queen that was also a shaman, and that she co-ruled with her brother.
Oh, that happened around this time? I didn't know that. I thought that happened later.
It's Queen Himiko.
Mm. Yeah.
Megan, mother is ignoring me, so now you must pet me.
Give me a second. Hey, come here. You gonna come lay? Albus, you gonna come lay down over here? You gonna come lay?
but
You're gonna
again,
sit over
I
there.
must ask, how far back do you want me to start? And how serious do you want me to get?
My deepest of hearts wants every dirty little detail, but you can give a broad overview. I'll be okay with that.
All right. Alright. Points to try. Big war happening. Well, a bunch of civil wars happening, which I took part in. My friends all died. I was imprisoned in the city where I was a court lady of for 2 years. Escaped. Went back to the other world to see if I could find shelter with my family. They sent me to I'll just say Yomi, since that's the Shinto hell, basically. And asked the local religious foxfolk to aid in my healing. My mental and emotional healing. And my eventual wife was one of the shamans there.
May I ask her
That is
name?
both very sad and very cute. And I really want to give you a hug, but you strike me as somebody who probably doesn't like to be touched.
Yeah, I was gonna say I also want to offer you a hug, but I don't know.
You can give me a hug, just don't do it on this side.
Oh, okay.
Are you injured?
She'll pull down her sleeves and show a 200-year-old burn scar.
Oof.
And it's all down my left side.
That
Oh my
letter makes so much more sense. Okay, so far.
You
May I
know,
ask your wife's name, Tom? I promise I won't do anything weird with it. I like knowing. And if not, that's okay.
Mori no Hinata.
Glory.
Helen, bless you.
Glory no Hianata. It's really pretty.
I'm not gonna lie, that's one of my favorite lines from Tangled. Rapunzel, Gesundheit. Like,
Well-
you're both German. That shouldn't be a weird name to you.
Well,
The joke's even better in German.
I know.
Jennifer, we've heard some Utah names where we would go Gesundheit.
What, like Braxton?
But anyway, so here's the part where things get, I suppose, juicy. Yeah, looking pointedly at Keladin. I was eventually deemed well enough to return to normal society. And she asked to accompany me. She also was told by her sister, who was the head shaman at this shrine, to keep an eye on me. Then we traveled around the world, eventually became students at the Library of Alexandria. I started, well, we dated around, like, different people, but never anything serious. Mostly because I just don't find anyone attractive. Or really worth my time with that sort of thing. But yeah, I enjoyed her presence, and well, we got a house together. I started writing her poems. Then we started sleeping in the same bed. Century passes, and I've just come back from Thranakia, and all the hell that's breaking down there. When one of my friends says that we act like a married couple, and then another coworker who happens to be from the same land said, "Well, you are married, aren't you?" I'm like, "Why would I be? Why would we be?" And he says, "Well, you're from two different cultures, so you would your views on what your relationship is probably not the same. Your view is probably not the same as hers." So we went and double-checked that information, and it turns out that her marriage custom is a period of courtship before sleeping in the same bed for 3 nights.
Ooh. Oh, wow. Yeah, I mean, here you need a priest, but not that that stops people from living with each other, but
And by the way, out of character, that is how marriage worked in Heian period Japan.
I was curious and went to look up to see if I could figure out how she unintentionally got married, and well, the information I found was from later. It still was kind of like there's not so much a ceremony as much as like the bride was escorted to the house, and once she lived in that house, they were married.
Effectively. Of course, like during the periods of courtship, the man had to sneak into the lady's house and her room, and then sneak out when day was breaking.
A lot of teenager relationship tropes,
Exactly.
It totally sounds like a teenage drama.
especially in 80s horror.
I forget where it's at, but there was some quotes that had the same thing but backwards, where the husband had to guard the window to keep the other suitors from sneaking in for 3 nights.
Yeah, so Kellenan's having a good laugh. Igraine has stood up and walked over, and she's like, I don't want to cry, but can I look at your burns? I'm a healer. I'm just wondering if there's anything else I can do to help this.
Song, like, very cautiously and shakily, like, offers her arm. The hand is not able to fully close or open.
Oh my gosh, my girl! My girl!
What'd she
Never
do?
mind. Okay. She rolled a nat 18, and she's got, lots of bonuses to heals because she is a water druid. And because she is a water druid, it means extra healing power against fire. So she is very, very tenderly looking over these scars. You can barely feel her touching, and where you can, it's actually very cool to the touch.
I mean, her nerves are burned there anyway. She can't feel anyway.
No, there you go. She starts whispering in a language that you do not recognize, or that you do not understand, but you do recognize as Druidic. And you know what? Because of what she's got, you do actually start to feel that cool touch from her fingers. You haven't been able to feel anything there in a long time. This is a very weird sensation.
Is that she is going to try to fully close her hand, because that also she hasn't been able to do for a long time.
Give me just a moment here. She's got
As
some
someone
cool
who
stuff.
did spend 6 months unable to make it to this, that would be an amazing experience.
Mm-hmm.
My girl.
My girl, my girl, my girl. Talking about my girl, my girl.
We'll say this. So right now, no. You're not feeling your hand doing what you want quite yet. But as you're watching, you are starting to see the skin change. It is losing that bubbling look that you get from the burns. It's losing that puckered, scarred look, and you're actually actively watching as things are stitching back together and going back to the way you remember them prior to being burned. It is very slow, but it is happening. The rest, Kellenan is not surprised. Likely she has seen Igraine heal before. And she's just kind of leaning back like, yeah, that's my girl. For you two, this is a new thing. You have seen her as this noblewoman, as a mother, as a wife. You have never seen her as a healer before. And you have never seen anyone heal like this. The other druids are not up to this level that you have met at this point.
Rita's just
And it
watching,
is-
utterly fascinated.
Yeah.
Rita's watching, utterly fascinated by what Igraine's doing.
Dea has never burned herself that bad, and her experience with healing burns is herself, mostly. She's kind of fascinated, but also not sure if she could have ever done that, and also just like
No,
useful. still don't
No.
want to do it.
Idaea would never have been able to do this. This is my level stuff.
Yeah, I'm sure that Idaea couldn't have, but Idaea never tried, therefore she does not know. Idaea wouldn't have wanted to try.
I will say, this is gonna take some time, but it is happening. I will say, Idaea, because you are magically inclined, and Brina, because you are a fae and are used to the feel of magic, there is a strong sort of static feel in the air when she started doing this, and it's very tingly all the way around. Like, you can feel the power that she is putting into this.
That probably
Tong
gets Idaea.
also, aside from the already, she's feeling the tingles. Erden, Truth, you are also feeling the tingles all of a sudden. You're like, what is happening? Because both of you are fairly new to the whole magic thing, this is a weird sensation for you.
Oh, someone must be using the ley line again.
Gorlois, he's playing with the kids still, and he kind of looks up, and he's like, not just anyone. That's healing magic. That's Igraine. Who is she healing? It cannot have gotten that violent at girls' night. I mean, aside from kicking your butt. But she
Yes,
would have
Cobalt is
healed
currently
you.
sitting in the corner, kind of like, excuse me?
Igraine probably did patch you up before they all went up, to be fair.
Yeah, she did.
Yes, Cobalt is mostly patched up, but it's still like, it got pretty violent.
Right. That will be the one weird thing, because you are the only one in the men's group. Because even Amor is going to feel the tingles, because Faye. You're the only one who's not going to be feeling the tingles, and you have no idea that anything's happening. You're just kind of like, oh, someone's using magic? Okay.
Yep. And at this point, he's not even questioning why he doesn't feel it.
Healing magic. Hmm.
Idaea is definitely much more excited about the fact that she can feel the power of the ley line. She's like, that the ley line?
That's the ley line. Yeah. It's like, whoa. What a high.
I'm gonna tap into that. This is exciting. Not right now, but she knows she's going to.
So yeah, everyone is feeling the tingles, the tinglers. I would say after like a half an hour, 45 minutes, you can start to move your hand again, bend the fingers and things. You're starting to see the normal colors you remember.
Tanya starts to get teary-eyed as she has had to live with this for half her life.
Very long life.
Yeah.
I think seeing Tong get a little teary-eyed, Brina would kind of go over and just sit next to her on her good side and just kind of just not like fully hug her, because I'm still not sure if Tong would really be comfortable with that, but just kind of like lean against her a little bit, just as show of support.
When the healing, like the whole thing is done, like she like checks to make sure like the hand has its old mobility back, or at least to the extent of like it's no longer like the nerves all work. Probably has a little bit of atrophy. Then she like gives Igraine a hug.
Igraine will hug her back. Igraine is now also very tired. That was a very powerful spell. Will say, I honestly was not entirely sure if that would work. I only recently learned how to do that. Meaning she only recently leveled up.
And Igraine has massively shot up in Tong's opinion. Perhaps now she's here for more than just countering the prophecy.
Yeah, I'm sure after like less than 2 minutes, like by the 2 minute mark a day, nothing more than how long it took would have been certain that she couldn't have done it. Not only should she have needed to have had the magical power, but she would have also needed the patience.
And since
Yeah.
she's not creating anything, it would be hard for her.
Yes, can you imagine having to heal somebody for a full half hour to an hour?
My mother
It's
was
not a thing Idaea could
I was
do.
sitting here like
Um,
over a nurse. I'm like, yeah,
From Idaea's
I can
perspective.
imagine this, but no, Idaea couldn't. No.
I will say, Tong, the one thing you will notice is when you are feeling this, you're realizing it's not just that she's cool in the touch. She is actually using water to heal you. Like, you're actually feeling that it was wet, not just cool. You're not entirely sure where the water came from. She could have literally just condensed it out of the air and used it to heal you. But yeah, she was definitely using water to heal you.
The green is Katara.
I think this is cool. Idaea is like better her than me.
Is just blubbering like, thanks. Like, she's gone incoherent now. But yeah, like, Gausha like will fly over like towards the nearest perch that isn't on Tong, that like in front of Igraine is like, thank you, milady. You have no idea what this means to her.
Oh, I think I do. I will say with the men, after Garlos is like, no, I know what this is, he actually stands up, takes the hands of Kador, still has the baby in his arms, probably asleep now, and actually heads towards inside, like a look of concern on his face, like something happened.
If I'm correct, you shouldn't be concerned.
And if you're incorrect?
Then I would imagine the rest of the building would also be on fire.
I wasn't worried about a fire. I'm just wondering what's going on.
Well, if it's healing magic, and we're feeling it out here, that's probably Grain who's doing it, which means it's one of the other three who's receiving it. And under any of those answers, it should be fine.
I'm still gonna go check on them. He just walks in.
Your funeral.
Helpful.
I missed the last thing you said.
Doubtful.
Your funeral.
Doubtful.
Yeah, probably doubtful, but whatever.
Prophecy didn't say I was gonna die by my wife.
I don't recall saying anything about you dying by his wife.
He will go and knock on the door, and then poke his head in. It's just, is everything okay in here? I can feel the magic. And Grain she's still kneeling in front of Tang, and she just looks up. She goes, "Yeah, everything's okay. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to worry you."
I think Brina might snatch the crown off her head. Like,
Okay. Are you okay? Miss Tang? He just sees that she's like leaking.
Gausha says, "More than all right, my lord. She's doing even better than before."
Okay. Well, I'll leave you to it. Kador just goes, "Good job, mommy. Bye-bye."
good job. I love it.
He'll just go back outside and he's like, "Well, I guess it was Tong. I assume it was Tong. She was quite overcome."
Oh, must be going even better than I expected. Good to know. Ern actually pulls out a piece of paper and starts writing something down immediately.
Eventually, like, Twilight wipes the tears away. It stands up and says, "Well, now I certainly have something to write home about, and people to inform."
And all this has been lots of fun. I am now very tired. So I think maybe this is where Girls' Night ends.
Quickly before we go, is there a place where you gather your dead? I take it is, well, as out of character, I assume it's summer. Right, if I recall correctly, it's summer.
Yeah, it's early summer.
All right. Yeah. So, yeah.
Yes, there's a cemetery by the church.
All right. I think I can probably find it then. If not, Gausha can find it.
It has a very big cross on it. It's hard to miss. Plus the headstones.
Tom will take Igrain's hand in like both hands. Like, truly, thank you.
You're welcome. Truly.
With that, Dong leaves.
After that, Grain stands up. Little shakily, Kellerman helps her up, and then she goes, "Well, this has been fun, and I dearly love all of you, but I need you to get out of my room now."
Yes. Thank you for helping.
And for having us.
Yeah, this was enlightening.
Showing me the awesome power of the ley line.
When your bow's right back, you'll have to let me know.
Does Brina actually know what that word means?
No.
What's a bow? I mean, I don't have a bow. I don't use a bow.
You're men, folk.
My brother?
Ukraine just chuckles. She's like, Prince Urian. Cad.
Oh. I don't know if he'll actually write back, so.
No, I think he will. Fun folk, you are likely to see Tong leaving the castle.
All right.
Yeah. Depending on how far away they are, red-eyed, from the crying. Like immediately, comes out, sends Gausha out. There you go. Look for the church. All right, just to not take up time more. She's going to send him out long enough. They probably would be a take 10 situation. If
Yeah,
that.
it won't be hard to find the church. One of the main buildings outside of the castle. So.
Yeah, she leaves, following her owl.
Sounds good. All right. Cool. Is there anything anyone else would like to do for this evening? It's like evening now. I know girls' night, but it was more like early evening until like early night.
Idaea figures it's probably a little late to get back to her project, and if she goes to bed early, she can start early.
Excellent.
What was Tooth doing?
He was playing with poppers with small children. Well, one small child, because the other one got upset because she wasn't doing as well as her brother. Or, oh no, two small children, because Amorous Sun is there too.
Yes.
Because I want to say they've gotten a little bit more elaborate on how they're launching these.
Did you give them the trebuchet?
It's a tiny trebuchet that you press down and it launches stuff. And pretty much they're seeing who can launch it the farthest, so she could come back and join them. To see if to see how well she does with this style.
She fell asleep, so that's why Erden is back, because he put little girl to bed and then came back. She passed out on him.
Why did I write Rome instead of room?
I don't know.
You can't spell?
Well, yes, I knew that is true. But I don't think that was the issue here.
As it is actually getting dark, they can now see the sparks coming off when they drop the poppers really well, which is very exciting to little boys.
Cobalt's going to do something a little bit crazy. He's going to take a couple of them and pop them between his fingers while snapping, just to make the sparks in his hands.
And that's as magic as Cobalt gets.
Yeah, so I can say from personal experience, it's not very painful.
Well, that's good. we hate for him to damage his fingers for children.
That's something he wouldn't realize could damage anybody's fingers.
We forgot Vaseline, Megan.
What?
We forgot to get Vaseline.
Oh, we did.
I thought you had said gasoline, and I was wondering if we were supposed to be lighting things on fire with the poppers.
I
No.
thought
No,
the gasoline as well, but Vaseline makes more sense.
I gotta think of vegetable oil for that.
I think for Brina, she's probably you might just head to bed because it's like I could go back to writing my letter to Rada, but I'm gonna try and sleep. Like she puts the tiara in her bag because she doesn't want to get rid of it because Idaea made it for her, but she's not gonna wear it and doesn't want Tooth to have it. So it's like I'm just gonna stuff this in my bag. And so she lays down to try and sleep, but of course all the stuff from girls' nights running through her head with stories and implications of the fact that Lady Igraine and Kellan both believe that Prince Urian, she likes her back. It's like, I don't know what to do now. Ren and Kiri makes this look so easy.
Indeed. Alright.
For Erden, he'll probably be seen writing at least into the night a little bit, but he will actually drop a few pieces of paper for Cobalt and say, so you know how to write in Latin, right?
Correct, I am very fluent in Latin.
All right, could you translate this into Latin? And he'll put down a few pieces of paper.
Alright. Cobalt will happily do so.
Do I need to pay you for this? How much does that cost?
Honestly, with pricing 3 copper.
All right. And he'll also give you 3 copper.
That's
Alright.
pretty reasonable.
I just rolled a 1 on deception, so he's transparently confused at trying to come up with a price for this.
And Ernie just goes along with it because he doesn't see that as very much of a cost. Thank you very
Alright, so he
much.
will
Let me know when you're
translate
done.
that into- Certainly. I'll have it done
I
by
mean-
morning.
I was gonna say,
Emerald
to be fair,
probably-
that's actually probably a pretty accurate cost for that.
Okay.
For that time period.
Emerald's probably just trying to faithfully do his best to watch the kids while that's their job, and then see them off to
Yeah.
bed. And
Yeah. Well, eventually
Make sure
Kellan will come
things
downstairs after. Yeah, Kellan will come back downstairs after helping Igraine get into bed, and she's like, "Well, that was fun. We can go home now if you want." What is our son throwing?
Explosives.
Good suits on them. That's a great question. They don't seem that dangerous.
Okay. Well, I trust you. You don't let him do anything dangerous ever. So. Well, except for that one time you reached for the fire, you you figured you needed to learn that lesson quick. Let's not do that again. Alright. Well,
Did Kellan give Idaea her bribe that got her to girls' night? The courts?
nope. You didn't ask for it. And I forgot about it.
Out of sight, out of mind.
Too distracted by the play line.
And
Whoa.
Idaea was like, "We're leaving for $1,000." Like,
Yeah, right.
got lots of cool things out of it. Maybe it'll come later. Maybe it won't.
Oh my god.
Yes. Just
So
imagining at that point, I need quartz. Doesn't Kaladin owe me some quartz? Probably the exact moment Idaea notices.
Probably.
You could always ask Tooth and see if he has any quartz. May not be the right quartz, but hey.
You also should know that Brina
Tiny
has
pure quartz.
quartz because
Well, I
of her
have
dirt.
citrine.
I was gonna say, it's like Brina has quartz because she created an ATM for the Bank of Hades, remember? Her jar of dirt in the bag of quartz.
Yep.
To be fair, Idaea also has rose quartz and amethyst. And smoky
Yes.
quartz.
This would have been a pure, transparent piece of quartz that you could have turned into a prism and made rainbows.
Right.
Okay. It is 10 o'clock. I do have to work in the morning. And we're also going to Colorado
Hmm.
to pick up a kitten and my sweatshirt that I left there at Thanksgiving.
You pulled a dad?
Yeah, well, it happens, okay?
There's a lot going on.
Yeah.